Welcome, students, faculty, staff, friends, and guests. What a great way to start a ceremony with a rousing rendition of the victors. This has been a long and arduous year, and just as we seem to be emerging, we are grappling with two mass shootings that have torn at the very fabric of our shared humanity. Our hearts and sympathies go out to the loved ones of those who were lost. But today, we'd like to recognize the tremendous accomplishments of our honors scholars. Even among the leaders and best, these are individuals that stand out. I loved looking at the photos of our honors students with their certificates, sharing those with their loved ones at home, their pets, their family and friends, and some even had them already framed and hung on the walls. Just as this weekend, we celebrated the vernal equinox, or otherwise known as the start of spring, where days outpace nights. Our graduates, our honors recipients, are the light at the end of a long pandemic tunnel. We're very proud of your accomplishments, and we are delighted to have you as part of our community. Now I'd like to turn it over for the start of the official program to our very distinguished and properly attired in her Cambridge regalia, Provost Susan Alcock.
Oh. Thank you, Chancellor Grasso, for that kind introduction and for your kickoff to this 39th Annual Honors Scholars Ceremony for the College of Engineering and Computer Science and the College of Business. And a very warm welcome again to everyone with us tonight. First and foremost, of course, the honors scholars themselves. You saw their names, you saw their faces, and you read their thoughts as we waited for the ceremony to begin. And I, at least, and I'm sure many of you found it something to lift the spirits and to spread some joy. But welcome also to their families, their friends, and many of their faculty members. Ceremonies, I think, are always the most memorable, the most fun when they bring together, even virtually bring together, many people who've seen through a mighty enterprise to a successful conclusion, particularly when the way has been hard and the challenge is many. Everyone on this Zoom deserves great recognition and thanks offered to each other from the bottom of each other's hearts. To the faculty who taught these remarkable students, it was a year without precedent, but you never gave up. Please give yourselves a round of applause out there in the ether, and please others do join in, and I will just have to trust that you're all doing just that. To the friends and the families, I am convinced that you said the right thing at the right time, and no doubt at many times to your own particular honors scholar when things were looking tough or even impossible. Friends, family are what got all of us through this year, as we saw in many of those on-screen comments. You deserve all manners of cheers and thumbs up and clapping hand signs as well. Of the many, many reasons I can't wait to get back in person is the sheer joy of seeing families embarrass their student graduates. I hope some of that's going on back home. And finally, of course, to the honors scholars themselves. To achieve the status of honors at the University of Michigan-Dearborn is never easy. It sets a high bar. It expects a great deal. It is something of which to be extremely proud now and going forward in your career forever as a Michigan alumnus. But to do it in a year of disruption and change, and with the courage and grace that you've all shown, well, that's honors A+. That's honors with an exclamation mark. You deserve all the credit and all the praise in the world. Now, I keep talking about showing and sharing praise and thanks. Before we move on, please be aware that anyone on the Zoom can use the Q&A function down at the bottom to send congratulations to the students or indeed to any of the others on the Zoom. So please express your feelings and your thoughts. And now on with the show. It's my very great privilege to introduce Ghassan Cridley, Dean of the College of Engineering and Computer Science, to speak to the members of his college.
Thank you, Provost Alcock. It truly is a pleasure to be here today to recognize and celebrate the achievements of the honor scholars from the College of Engineering and Computer Science. These honor scholars are recognized by their faculty for their academic excellence. They represent the best of UM-Dearborn. To the 2021 honor scholars from the College of Engineering and Computer Science, congratulations on behalf of the faculty and the staff of the college to each and every one of you. You have proven that no matter the challenge, you are able to persevere and succeed. And as the provost said, even a pandemic could not dampen your strive for excellence. For us as a college, this is truly an exciting year as well. The picture you see behind me is of the new engineering lab building that has just opened. And it offers modern educational facilities, classrooms, laboratories, formal and informal learning spaces, as well as student activity spaces. This is truly a transformational building for the college and for the education it offers, and for the quality that we continue to provide to our students, some of which are you here, and as I said earlier, you represent the best of the best. Again, I want to congratulate the 39 honored scholars of the College of Engineering and Computer Science, and would like now to introduce Professor Gabriella Scarlata, Professor of French and Associate Dean of the College of Art Sciences and Letters, who will introduce the honor scholars recipients.
Thank you, Dean Cridley. Welcome, honor scholars, and congratulations. My name is Gabriella Scarlata, and it is my honor and pleasure to read your names at tonight's ceremony. We will start with the graduate scholars from the College of Engineering and Computer Science. Rafi Al-Mahana, Computer and Information Science, PhD. Azim Hafiz, Electrical, Electronics, and Computer Engineering, PhD. Jason Solowinsky, Mechanical Sciences and Engineering, PhD. Yoroi Tong, Industrial and Systems Engineering, PhD. Christopher Coyne, Energy Systems Engineering. Teddy Engler, Program and Project Management. Devon Ironman, Mechanical Engineering. Nuta Gongopure, Electrical Engineering. Feng Han, Computer and Information Science. Darshana S. Kadki, Information Systems and Technology. Timothy Kleinow, Computer Engineering. Malak Nasser, Bioengineering. Yanju Park, Human-Centered Design and Engineering. Arihant Farid, Manufacturing System Engineering. Brendan Phelan, Automotive Systems Engineering. Hari Sagarian, Data Science. Benjamin Wiesel, Software Engineering. Courtney Wright, Engineering Management. Xiao Yu, Industrial and Systems Engineering. We're going now to the undergraduate programs scholars. Zakaria Hamed, dual degree program in Computer and Information Science and Data Science. Kaftar Moham Badran, Software Engineering. Megan Sadrol, dual degree program in Manufacturing Systems Engineering and Mechanical Engineering. Nicholas Damol, Cybersecurity and Information Assurance. Ryan D. Excel, Bioengineering. Cody W. Farrell, Mechanical Engineering. Christian A. Hanchett, dual degree program in Computer and Information Science and Cybersecurity and Information Assurance. Zaina Jamil, Robotics Engineering. Victoria L. Johnson, Industrial and Systems Engineering. Susanna Kirschholz, dual degree program in Electrical and Computer Engineering. Christine F. Lee, Data Science. Ahmed Salim, Electrical Engineering. Alexander J. Sergison, Manufacturing Engineering. Stephen Stranahan, Computer Engineering. Tashneem Sayed, Computer and Information Science. Alexis R. Warchuk, dual degree program in Bioengineering and Mechanical Engineering.
Congratulations to all those in the College of Engineering and Computer Science. And thank you, Professor Scarlatta. It's now my very great pleasure to introduce someone who's here to share with us insights into her experiences of this past, shall we say, remarkable year. Zina Wahab is a junior at UM-Dearborn, majoring in psychology and minoring in philosophy. She's the news editor of the Michigan Journal. She's a supplemental instruction leader, and she's a research assistant here on campus. So she's firing on all cylinders, shall we say. But Zina's here to share with us selections from an essay she wrote for a very interesting initiative the Mardigian Library has been doing, a sort of a ongoing COVID archive, which has been collecting right from the beginning, collecting and documenting student, staff, and faculty emotions and responses brought on by the pandemic. So please welcome Zina Wahab to share with us from her essay, Dear Future Me. Zina.
Now, before I begin, I would like to congratulate all the recipients. I'm glad you're being recognized for all your hard work and dedication. Today, I want to share with you a letter I wrote in July of last year. At the time, I was becoming more and more overwhelmed. Time itself seemed to have fallen into disarray, and I feared there was no end to what the year 2020 has caused. So I decided to write a letter to a future where 2020 has ended and we were okay, because I could only rely on the hope that this will all pass and we will eventually be okay. The letter begins with, Dear Future Me. Today is July 15, 2020. It is 10:01 p.m. and I'm sitting by an open window. The refreshing night breeze keeps sweeping the papers off my desk, though I don't really mind. I know you will be reading this in the future, where time has already perished me and replaced me with you. A me, but with new experiences, perspectives, and goals, for better or for worse. Nevertheless, I want to write to you about this version of me, my current experiences and my hopes. This pandemic is quickly tiring all of us. There are moments where I see people pause in their work as the realization settles in again, crashing like a wave. This is our new normal. The quarantine life brings many bouts of emptiness, loneliness, anxiety, and unfortunately, self-reflection. I've come to realize the self-indulgence of the BC, before COVID era, and how much we have taken simple things for granted. I've actually made a list of what I want to do after all this is over, like go to the movies and spend all my money on overpriced snacks, or sit in a restaurant, or study abroad. Though I don't really know how all this can be over. I guess it lies with the vaccine. I do hope you have managed to check that off in your time. Besides the self-reflection, these days my anxiety has reached new heights. I never really had a problem with anxiety before, but I've become more aware of its bruising, nagging. But to be honest with you, my anxiety isn't for me. Though there are some people living their lives mostly unchanged, I have a big family, and if my mother were to catch the virus from me or from anywhere else, guilt will pull me down to the darkest place. We are both aware she wouldn't be able to handle it. Therefore, and I know this is useless, I do hope my mother and the rest of my family are safe in the time you're living in. These days have also been staying away from the news, which have only induced a great sense of sadness and helplessness in me. It's daunting in a way how much importance the phrase ignorance is bliss has taken in my life. I just hope your world is more comprehensible and slightly more peaceful. Finally, I want to conclude this letter by reminding you of a few things in case it continues to not be over in your time. You should try to find joy in the smallest things that happen. Big joys are proving to be rare and frankly not worth the wait. I'm starting to believe the best way to maintain happiness is to be content with the small joys of life and to embrace them to the brim. Lastly, I hope that you have found a way to surpass the barriers your anxiety keeps building up. I'm keeping it my motto for now that all things shall pass. In the past, this was somewhat depressing to me, since it means nothing good will last. In bad times, it is the only comfort. I hope you're looking back at this as some mere bad moments that were, and not life itself. Sincerely, your younger self, Zina Wahayeb. Thank you.
Thank you, Zina. Not least for some much needed proof that things of beauty and meaning and inspiration can come and will come from times of pain and anxiety. Your future you gives us all great hope, and we trust you will come back and visit us at Dearborn. It's now my very great pleasure and privilege and honor to introduce Raju Balakrishnan to move on to our second college of the evening, the Raju Balakrishnan, the Dean of the College of Business, and ask him to address the members of his college.
Thank you, Provost Alcock, and good evening, everybody. The Honor Scholars event is one of my favorite events every year because it is the day we get to recognize our best and brightest, or in the language of the University of Michigan, our leaders and best. Under normal circumstances, we would be sharing a delicious dinner right about now, where we get to not only see the students, but also get to share with their parents, their friends and guardians, in their pride to see your accomplishments. Now, my fellow deans may howl and protest, but I can't help notice that Provost Alcock has thoughtfully saved the best college for last. So thank you for that. But kidding aside, we are privileged at the University of Michigan-Dearborn to be educating so many outstanding students in all 4 colleges. And the College of Business, we take great pride in our students, and the fact that our honor scholars today are being selected by your professors as the best is a real testament to your superb accomplishments. And it is those accomplishments that has made the College of Business such an outstanding value proposition for everybody. The students already know, but for the parents here, I want to point out that the undergraduate program in the College of Business is now ranked 67th in the entire United States, ahead of programs such as Ohio State, North Carolina State, George Washington University, etc. Within the state of Michigan, we are behind only 2 programs, that of our branch campus at Ann Arbor and the other one in that school at Lansing that I shall not name. Then at the graduate program, our online program is ranked #1 in the state. So this doesn't happen by accident. As I tell all freshmen and every student I meet, we measure success in the college only one way, by your success. And I'm so proud of all of you for your accomplishments and what I know you are going to continue to accomplish even after you graduate from the University of Michigan-Dearborn. So congratulations to the Honor Scholars recipients and your families for enabling this success. I look forward to reading about your continued accomplishments, and no matter where your travels may take you, I hope you will always remain a proud College of Business graduate and a proud Wolverine. Go Blue. And at this point, I'm going to re-invite Professor Gabriella Scarletta, I guess the reader extraordinaire, to continue reading the names for the College of Business Honor Scholars.
Thank you, Dean Balakrishnan. I couldn't agree more with you. This is my favorite evening of the whole year too, because we get to celebrate these fantastic students that make our lives as professors such a pleasure. So I will start with the graduate program scholars in the College of Business. Ryan Adesso, Information Systems. Chitir Tui, Accounting. Erica Irving, Business Administration and Master of Supply Chain. Sean Glowatz, Finance. Taylor Kittle, Business Administration and Master of Finance. Joshua Pigula, Business Administration. Anki Zhang, Business Analytics. And now we will go to our undergraduate scholars. Fatima Shaheen, Supply Chain Management. Vivian Ding, Finance. Jared Kling, Accounting. Hannah Madil, Small Business Management. Mason Mehta, Information Systems Management. Noah Papalardo, General Business. Sara Pomponio, Human Resource Management. Rebecca Simo, Digital Marketing. Megan Spur, Marketing.
So thank you again, Professor Scarletta. So scholar reader extraordinaire indeed. I also want to offer some special thanks to Karen Davis, Sherry Marshall, and Lori Such for their assistance with tonight's event. And a very big shout out to Sakun and Eddie of the fabulous Tech Tutors of Experience Plus, student tech tutors, for their technical help this evening. So, I mean, how does one conclude? Congratulations, felicitations, well done, bravo, kudos, rock on, cheers. I could keep going, but I'll wind it up by saying just congrats again to our honor scholars and all who sail with them. May this have been a happy moment for you all, one that we all needed and all deserved. Be well, take care. Thank you again for sharing this ceremony with us, and have a wonderful night. And above all, please continue to celebrate.